Hello, I'm Taylor. I'm going to be drawing in Procreate for a little bit. I'm not drawing it now. I'm like going to talk through what I'm doing. I drew this yesterday. It's going to be blank for a second. I think I do some shapes first and then it'll get to the drawing. I have a picture of the drawing actually. I can show the final product and then you can decide if you want to stay to watch it or not. It's like a cat, goat, lady, monkey. Looks like this. Oop, all my photos just showed. I hope you don't see the 1,000 selfies I take. Alright, so I just started editing. I like recorded this while talking a little bit yesterday, so that's why I had a slow start, because I was like talking through an intro. But I scrapped all that and decided to just do this later, so I don't have, like, I get really quiet when I record while I'm drawing. I get really quiet anyway, but I figured this would be like way easier than actually talking through my art. So I start with shapes. I start making like gradients on this. I think, yeah, I shape it first. I was really talking through this. I didn't know it recorded all this. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the one I kept the audio for. Is it? No. Okay, no, never mind. I thought I had the wrong video playing, but I don't. So I'm probably not gonna edit this. I don't love editing, and I'm like brand new, so I feel like I can get away with that for now. Also, sorry if my teeth are like, I vape, so my teeth are like really gross right now. But I am just making, sorry, off topic to be staring at myself in the viewfinder, but my mouth is kind of gross right now, so don't judge me. And then I add like light green. I don't know. I'm probably gonna cut this whole beginning. I just want to get to the part where I actually draw the lady monkey thing. Oh, I really take my time too. Can I fast forward through this? No. Alright, I'll sit back. I'll wait. I'll go brush my teeth. Okay, I'm back. And I'm still doing shapes, see? I thought these were pretty good without, because I add like a black outline in a second, because I got really sick of the imperfection of that purple one, and I just wanted it with like a black outline, so I played with it, and then I scrap it all, and I start drawing the monkey thing. I'm out of breath from like walking to and from the bathroom. I'm like controlling my breath a lot because I'm doing this video and I don't love making videos, but I think it helps me with like socializing. See, I add like this big black outline. I almost filled the whole page, but I caught myself. Nice and chunky. I think I did it wrong to this one at first. I probably erased that. I didn't like how it connected to the other one. So oh, and I also needed a new layer. Did I catch it? And, oh, I did the funky lines with this one. I don't know. I erased all of this, but I guess I could take a screen capture in a second if I wanted to keep these cool shapes. But I think this is the shape that reminded me of the, like, that gave me the whole idea, was that shape for this whole piece. Because it reminded me, oh no, I draw something else in the middle here that reminded me of a mushroom. So I turn into, like, the cat thing has like a mushroom nose, and that's what it's all based around, is a mushroom. I'd probably delete this in a second. I'm probably talking to the camera when I was recording this video before, because I had it set up like I was recording on my laptop, and then I was like screen recording at the same time, I think. Like making this video while I was recording audio and picture on my laptop. And my laptop camera is not the greatest. If my mom comes in here, I warn you, she might just see what I'm doing. I'm not gonna edit it out though, so I have to see if she's okay with being recorded. Her voice anyway. See, this is the shape that I like play with this for a second, because I've been doing a lot of line, like stuff with lines. I made this brush myself. It's basically the script liner, but a little more like sensitive. There's a mushroom shape, and I was like, you know, that kind of looks like a cat's nose, but upside down. And I erase all of this, and then I go to, sorry, I'm like playing, I'm like not trying, I'm like trying to not pay attention to the fact that I'm recording. There's the mushroom, and I give it some boogers because it's a nose too. Oh, I don't do it yet. I add the eyes first. But we get to it. We will. It'll be like the next thing I do, maybe. Nope, eyelids. We'll get there. We'll get to the boogers. They're my favorite part. Eyelashes. I'm like watching this with you, just talking about it. Is that okay? Can I join you? There's the boogers. Those are boogers. One on either side, and I draw the nostrils. And then I make like a second nose out of the, I can point. It's the, like the stem of the mushroom turns into a second nose, I think. There's some teeth. They don't really look like teeth, but this is sort of abstract. I was like just trying to get a video made when I made this, because I was talking at first, and then I felt bad because I scrapped all that, and now I'm here doing this. Just watching myself draw. There's the other nostrils. I color those in. I really like to get all my line work down just like pretty organically, and I work like in the layers underneath that after I get my line work done. I duplicate the layer to create, and I could use the whole thing as a reference layer. I don't do that, but I just learned about that recently, so I might play with that some more. I'm giving her some shape to her face. I hope I give her a butt chin. I don't remember if I do or not. Oh, I mean, I kind of did, but I hope I added like the dimple that grows right there. Some nice ears. They look kind of like elf ears. There's the horns. That is our goat lady, cat, monkey. I forget about the monkey part, but the body is based on like a spider monkey, and you'll see that. Well, you already saw the picture of me showing you on this screen, but. And then the lip got filled in when I did this. I didn't even catch that, but I fix it later. And now I do the eyelids. I don't remember the exact sequence I go in. That's why I'm pausing to wait to see what I do next. I don't quite remember the order I colored things in. like nervous breathing. Also like my bangs. I cut these bangs myself, and then I went to like a $16 haircut place to get it cleaned up a little, but they're growing out now, and I don't know what my next haircut will be. If you have a suggestion for what fits this face, let me know, please. I like that teal. Oh, I only used the teal in the eyebrows. I wish I would have made the whole nose teal. I think I make it purple. I don't know, I can check. Where'd my phone go? It fell. Sorry for those scary noises. Let's see. I make it teal. Nice. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Spoiler. That's like an aqua blue, actually, not quite teal. But I think there's like accents of dark blue in it. I tried to do, like, once I get all these flat colors done, I do gradients in all, like, on each layer. I like lock all the layers and then do a gradient on everything. I didn't do shading on this because I wanted it to be like less realistic, more flat. But I think the gradients give it better dimension once I start adding that in. This is like a 30-minute long video, so I hope you enjoy what I'm doing here. Otherwise, it will be for naught. There we go. Had to make those green. The most realistic part of the whole drawing is the green boogers. You're welcome for that. Make the teeth gray so I can add highlights in later. And the mouth is like a pinkish fuchsia burgundy, I think. Maybe, yep. And then I think this is around when I figured out that the lip was, like, I wanted the lip to be a different color because it's a different, like, block of outline. Like, it shouldn't have all filled in when I, yeah, see, play with that a little. My fill tool was acting kind of weird. Oh, and then I started locking them, and I'm gonna take a break from filling in. Like, I didn't do the eyes yet. I don't know if I do the eyes first, but I think I do some gradients first. Give us some orange cheeks. And then I brighten up that chin where I just made it a little too dark. I go back into a yellow and kind of give it, like, make it look more forward. Oh, her forehead too. I'm so sorry if my music is too loud for this video and you can barely hear me. I think the audio is pretty good on this, but I don't have a mic plugged in, so bear with me here. I really liked orange when I was doing this. I think I put orange in almost everything. Made that a little too dark and do a lot. And now I've reached a point that when I'm drawing on paper, I do the undo on the paper. Because I barely ever use paper anymore. Highly recommend getting an iPad if you can budget that out. They have pretty low payment plans, and if you're into digital art as much as I am, or as much as the next person, like, they have so many apps that make creating like way easier than it's ever been before. I like to see what everyone gets into, even if like you use this like for business most of the time, you can still get the app Procreate and you'll be set. You can like Photoshop, and they have text, and you can like be such a designer with this app. You don't have to jump into it with like any knowledge besides watching tutorials on how to use Procreate. I do that a lot. I was really proud of that gradient up there of the kind of the rainbow. My family was reminded of Lisa Frank when I showed them this. They were like, it's like demented Lisa Frank. And I was like, you're kind of right. There, I'm finally coloring in the nose. Oh, just shading it. I already colored it. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? I like this light blue. I think, I do the nose too. I want to watch myself shade the lip now. It's bugging me that I haven't gotten that far yet. I think I could do, yep, lighter purple. Sorry, I know I'm like saying I think I do, and then I'm like waiting to watch it happen before I tell you whether I was right or not about what I'm thinking. I want to get the eyes done too. I'm like, why are you going out of order? No, did I just fix the nose a little? Didn't even, I like nothing changed, but, oh, I'm doing that now. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Shade them teeth. And I think I highlight them as well right now with a smaller, like I shrink my brush. Because I didn't want to undo everything I just did with the dark gray. Hope I do the lip next. No, what's that? What layer is that? What am I doing? The horns? Is that the horns? What is this? I'm so confused. Oh, yes, I did the lips. Cool. Nice. Good job, me. And the face is almost done. I think I highlight it with white once I get those horns done. Oh, I do the eyes as well really quickly. I think I rush through the eyes. Except for the inner, getting the inner quarters done. I had to zoom in and like really get the detail of the shadowing behind the, like the ball behind the, or not the ball is in front of that like flap of skin. Oh, I don't go as quick as I thought I did because I mess with these. I hate like having to alpha lock everything. I just wish the technology would read my mind and know when I needed it to go in and out of the lines. That's like, I get so confused when I'm like keeping track of layers is so hard. I don't label. See, they're all copies of the same layer, so they're all named layer 1. It was very confusing. I should have like, if I took the time to like label them like teeth and label them like everything. I didn't take a whole lot of time on this video because I didn't want it to be super long and I didn't want to speed it up. But maybe next time I'll do like a 3-hour process and speed it up to like at least double speed or probably way faster. Something that would make it like 45 minutes. There, I get the flap behind the ball of the eye. And I think I go in and I don't like how I shaded the ball of the eye, but it's so small I didn't really care to give it much time. I'm doing a highlight, like a pink highlight. And then I darken that. I should have kept that brush that small, but I go in with a bigger brush and really erase all of the gray that I had almost. And then I got lost when I was looking for the pink part too, I think. Yeah, I get the pretty part of the eye done. What is the iris? Quiet moment, the song is over. Can you hear me breathing? There, I'm finally getting that little ball shaded. Should have left it like that, but I go in with the white. And get rid of all the dimension it had. There it is. Alright, now I add a highlight. And I ran out of layers, so I had to like smear some layers together. I think I put the ball of the eye and the flap together because they were like, I was never going to touch that layer again. And then I merge all of them in a second and start the body. I drew this on symmetry. Like, it's probably like a no-brainer that I drew this on symmetry, but I don't want anyone thinking that I'm able to do exact symmetry on either side. I love the symmetry tool when I'm doing like funky stuff that I don't really care about the pose or anything. I like to play with symmetry a lot. It's like the fastest way to draw for me. Give you some whiskers because it's part cat. Do some cool nose dots and highlight those teeth. And then I go in and do like little fur texture. Not really texture, but I like scribble some lines of fur. It's almost done, I think. How long has it been? Oh, I can't tell. Nothing tells me how long I've been recording. I know this is like a 28 long video, so maybe we're at the halfway mark. Or maybe a little bit later than half. We're probably like 20 minutes in, I think. I'm guessing. Am I right? I didn't want those whiskers to go off the page because I shrink this in a second to make room for the body. That's my favorite highlight I did under the eye there. That scoop is really nice. I like when the lines look like, excuse me, I like when they get really round and fat on one end and super, thin and like pointy on the other end. Kind of like a raindrop or something. Shrink it after I merged all those layers. I didn't play with any light layers in this, but I've been really playing with like the layer type a lot lately. And I made the background gray for now so the head would really pop out, those highlights. And I scribbled this body. I gave no thought to the body at all because I put so much effort into the head. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go with some... I paid more attention to the line itself. Like I like how the tail turned out. I do some scruff at the end of the tail here. And I like that. It reminds me of like a husky tail. But this body is inspired by like a monkey, like a spider monkey walking on all four legs. I just watched Our Planet, and there's a black spider monkey in it that goes and it like eats salt off of the rocks, and it's really cute. Get that belly fur, and I put some markings on it. I put all the markings on it I put down with white, and then I go in and shade the white with some gradients to give it a little bit of dimension and shading. I shaded the body way more than I shaded the head. Silence. Took its head off for a second so I wouldn't be able to use the fill tool on the body. And there I go with the white. I think that white pops so well in this drawing. Like, I'm glad I did like a lighter design on the body. Because I don't know, it just does something for the face, I think. I missed. And then it had trouble here. We got there though. I did like a red and then a green for this highlight. Well, I guess that's not super red, but it's like a reddish, orangish brown. And I guessed at which like layer I was on. That's why I miss a couple times when I'm doing this part. Because I have the circles on a few different layers so it wouldn't overlap, like, because the belly is so close to the hind leg lines. But yeah, I go in with green at the tips of, after I get that brown color, I'm going with green on all of it. There we go. I think it added a nice glow on the stomach to make it look more rounded. And then I think I make the body purple. Nice dark purple. Plum. And I did add like the most shading on this layer to give it more dimension and make it look like, you know, like rounded, more like an animation instead of just a flat thing, because I like the face to look kind of like a mask. Like it's kind of like a monkey wearing a mask. Darkest purple. And then I use that same darkest purple that I'm shading with now to color in the leg in a second, that back leg. Excuse me. I make so many noises. Get that foot layer. And then I highlight that with a hot pink for like a backlit look. And then I do a really quick background, I think. Like, just grass and clouds. I was like tired of this by the time I got here. Oh, I do fur texture first. Nice. Good choice, good choice. Like the fluff, that turned out nicer than I thought it was going to. It kind of matches the whiskers on the face, how it goes out of the lines a little. I overdo it with highlight so often. I don't think I overdid it here, but I typically will like cover a drawing with highlight to the point that like it's all you look at. I should have made that layer glow. I didn't really experiment around with like lighting or anything with this. Like I keep saying, like there's like no lighting. I think I do basic shadows. But that wasn't the point of this. I wanted it to look more like a sticker. Get that grass dark, and then I add a highlight to the grass as well with like I wanted like a different color in there, so I go with a teal and in the front to make it a little glowy. And I couldn't remember if the top of the sky was darker. I think I got it right. I think the bottom of the sky is lighter and the top gets dark. But I do that here. I'm so used to locking the layer. I went in to lock the layer and realized I didn't have to because it's the whole layer. Darken that, and then I go in with white on the horizon. And then I used the medium spray paint brush that like it's in my favorites, and I think it's like a copy of the brush, but I didn't change anything about it. I love this brush. I use it a lot when I shade to get like a textured look in the shading instead of like such a flat gradient like how her cheeks and stuff are. But I wasn't feeling it with this one. And the, like as you like my tip for making clouds is start with a big brush. You use the same brush the whole time and slowly shrink the brush as you add more and more dimension to the cloud. And you can get some really realistic looking clouds like that. Well, it's gonna be done in a second, and then I'll do my outro. I zoom in and I take the drawing guide off. And then zoom in and do that fancy thing where you make the top go away. And that's my drawing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go and wait for this to time out now. Any second now. Any second now. Does it just keep going? Do I have to end this? Oh, no. There you go. I go. All right. Bye, guys.